So, Luke, you also, in another one of your articles, in your videos, you talk about like the second wave of this digital transformation. We're talking about this. You kind of see two distinct phases, and maybe there are even more. I'm curious from your eyes and thoughts, what's the difference between the second wave, the first wave that we have seen and we are seeing today?
If we put the first wave as roughly around that time I mentioned, where industrial leaders were seeing what was happening in the consumer space, they were scared of Uber, they were scared of Airbnb. That kicks off wave one. Unfortunately, as what typically happens in the world of technology, the world of even consumer, when a trend pops up, everyone wants to get behind it. What people quickly figured out was if you watch the budgets we were getting at GE, or you watch the money being poured into digital transformation, if you're a system integrator, if you're a management consulting firm, why wouldn't you rebrand everything you do as digital transformation and go get some of that money? And that's really wave one. And that was married then to massive failure rates.
Yeah.
Right? You see, I've seen 75%, I've seen 85%. And it's impossible to really go into those numbers because we're still discussing what does digital transformation even mean. So some weeks I lose faith. I hope we're coming out of wave one. But wave two, Ryan, to me is people just go back to basics, right? They go back and ask, well, what's the problem we're trying to solve? What's value mean to our customers? Who are the people? Like, how's this going to impact the people? Right? All the stuff that we always forget when the next wave, I've been, again, doing this 20 years, where the next wave of tech comes, we forget all that, we've chased the hype, doesn't work, and then we reset and go ask the people, hey, what do you actually want? So I'm excited by wave two. If we're going to use those terms, I consider Shocker kind of a wave two, my firm kind of a wave two company, where I just want to go talk to manufacturers. And like, I'm not saying you have to understand the big, software is eating the world, blue sky vision, but you better have, one eye on that world for sure. But even just, if I do nothing more than for a manufacturer than you just save them money from unnecessarily modernizing their current stack, happy days.
It's so interesting that we're having this discussion because on one end we're saying digital transformation is the complete restructure of the way that we think about digital manufacturing, and then on the flip side, what I also hear is like the second wave is like the focus back to the basics as well.
It's both, right? And it is the trick, which is really where I want to go next with the firm and help as many people as possible. And that's part of why I launched my YouTube channel. You've got to be able to do both. So you've got to review what's happening at an economic viewpoint or scale. And the easiest way to join the back to basics dot to that rather big dot is, can you actually explain what you're in business to do today?
Yeah.
Why do people buy from you today? And you probably know that's a hard question for a lot of companies to answer.